Big checks, big deposits. I got it.
Hey, run that shit up, Trace.
Run it up.
I got it.
Run it up.
I got it.
Run it up.
I got it.
Big checks with big deposits. Run it up. 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 Big checks with big deposits. Big bag what I be on. Play the corner like Dion. Hard code like Freon. No time for you peons. Pandemic ain't stop nothing. Apply pressure, I'm job hunting. Risk good, I'ma bop something. Fire on me, I'm Glock busting. Got rich, then I went broke. Bounce back like good dope. Bad times I kick those. Mama told me don't trust hoes. When a boss talk, you don't speak. Keep niggas on a long leash. Money coming, they gon' creep. Step on niggas like long feet. Stuff money in my tube socks. Right back when the work drop.
Bro, I be just jamming, man. I be just dancing my ass off every time that song come on.
He said step on niggas like long feet.
Yo. Welcome. This is the Triple A Sportscast. I'm Black V, that's C5, that's Teran, and that is the producer, aka D80. Miguel's not here today, and our brother in potting, Reggie, couldn't make it today. So today, in honor of him losing, in honor and respect to his mother, I should say, in her passing, we put together a little tribute to let that brother know that we love him, we care about him, and we are supporting him. So I'm going to let that play. Just something small. Wanted to put together as quick as possible, and we'll have a moment of silence, and then we get right to sports. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to put together something better. I was limited on time, but RIP Miss Lynetta, well, Miss Gaither, and we're gonna have that, but just a minute of silence, and then so we'll get ready to start that minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. That moment of silence. RIP, rest in peace. And welcome, guys. It's podcast time. It's sports time. And we are here. We back.
Alive.
Man, it's been a lot to happen at Super Bowl.
A lot didn't happen, man. Oh, my goodness.
So, hey, with Big Chicken. First, I want to say Big Chicken in the background. How you doing, Big Chicken?
What up, Big Chicken?
Can't complain.
All right. So, before I start, I don't know how true it is, but I heard another shooting happened, but it happened down in New Orleans or something like that. I don't know with either the football team or something else. I have to get more research on it. Something about a shooting down in New Orleans. I don't know if it's with a football team or what, but I've seen it on the thread, so I have to check. Maybe look.
Let me know about that. That's wild.
Yeah. From a quick looking, it is about Mardi Gras and the celebrations of that more than anything.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I know Mardi Gras now.
Yeah, they about to start having them parades at the stadiums, I bet, boy. And they gonna be metal detected up. Like now, they ain't got no choice but to now.
Yeah, man, it's wild. That's wild. That's wild.
Ridiculous,
So crazy, shit, crazy. So let's start it off. Let's keep it real. Let's jump into what we got first. Big Chicken on. We'll start with college football. What we got first?
We got to start it off with the new offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, Chip Kelly.
Yee.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm feeling that one. Ain't no Old State, man. They with the transfer portal and all that. They better not lose to Michigan, man. They better win the Big Ten, then they better go all the way. If they lose in the championship, I mean, I'm saying, old boy still gonna be his job on the line, but there's no excuse getting there though.
Facts.
There's no excuse.
Embarrassing if you don't make it. If you don't go.
My goodness.
I mean, you basically go from, and you guys may not look at it this way, but you go from hiring a Bill O'Brien to embarrassingly losing a Bill O'Brien to a degree, right?
Right.
And then now you get one of the best offensive minds in the country to come to your school, who actually should be the head coach.
Yeah, he's right. You got him as a man. That's what's wild, because you know he can be a head coach still for like a lot of colleges right now, top ones. He can be a head coach for them for sure.
Facts.
Yeah.
But kind of like you said, but in a sense, kind of didn't say, having a head coach on your staff does afford you a lot of benefits. But say y'all do lose to Michigan again, he could be taking a job.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, honesty and fairness, I think you don't make this type of move expecting to really be the head coach of anything anymore, especially at a major program. Leaving UCLA with a job intact, although there was rumblings of him being looked at, with them looking to fire him, and even rumors of that some of the players on the team put money together to have an airplane fly over to UCLA Stadium, the Rose Bowl. I believe they played over the Rose Bowl with Fire Chip Kelly, a banner attached to it. So, yeah, he was on a hot seat, which is weird because they had been more successful under him than they've been in a long time.
Yeah.
But I think from his state, from the saying, what goes from behind the back channels and a lot of rumors is that he just fell out of love with the sport, which like a lot of these other coaches are with the NIL. And not only that, but the constantly not only recruiting of players and having to recruit them with a bag already kind of set up for them, but having to turn around and recruit your roster to keep them as well, the kids you already got. And he got tired of it and was just like, yo, I'd rather just stick to coaching, get the call plays and doing what I do best and leave all that other stuff. Oh, yeah. Plus, he didn't want to go through all the, what's the name of the guys, the boosters, all that stuff. He got tired of dealing with boosters and everything else, too.
No, that make a lot of sense, though, man. For like a lot of the coaches, especially a lot of those coaches that's stuck in their ways, man. There's going to be happening more often than, you know what I'm saying, not. You're going to see a lot of that.
It's almost like they're forcing the change of an era in college football with all this.
Yeah, if you don't feel like adjusting as a coach or can't adjust, then that's gonna be happening. Which it is. Man, that's a lot though. You know, that's a lot of work though. You know, but you can't adjust, then you can't relate to the stuff too, because it's a change in everything. And if you can't do it, then that's like there ain't no difference from a New England coach. Like, you know, he gonna. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he still want to coach, I think he'll find a job within the next year. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, I was shocked that he was even trying to get those jobs anyway with those type of teams. Like, he one of those coaches that need a team that can win now anyway, you know? So other than that, if you can't change though, it's like, hey, because people want to, it's like, you know, now that's why I'm shocked that State kept their head coach though, because it's like, it's all about win now, even in 1 year, 2 years. That's even for the players, which is wild when you think about now, man. It's like, They not giving you many, like, players had so many shots and coaches. That's not happening no more. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. So anybody want to add anything on that? Big Chick, you got anything to add to that before we go to the next? You take us to the next one?
No, I don't. But we got to talk about his replacement. and Deshaun Forster, the new UCLA football head coach.
Foster.
Foster. Another brother. Woohoo! Don't fuck up.
I wouldn't root
Yeah.
I wouldn't root just yet, man. It's I don't want to talk about the
Hey, did he get hired by a brother?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if that's the person, if that's the AD who hired him. Hey, bro, y'all fucked this up. Both y'all gone.
That's what it's looking like.
You fucked this one up. You're both gone.
Definitely what it's looking like.
Yeah. I thought it was a good hire, but I'll be honest with you. It's a reason Chip Kelly bailed out. And of course, getting funds for boosters and things like that is not something that UCLA focuses on when it comes to the football program, but only the basketball program. So he's not going to get backing. And depending on what they want to do with the program, he's really just going to be out there on his own. So it's going to he's going to have to, and I hate to say that, he's going to have to, like Deion and Sanders, affect himself in order to sell that program for people to want to come there, to be honest with you. So he's already behind the 8 ball. Plus with them going to the Big 10 or Big 20 next year, that puts them at a real competitive disadvantage. So even though, it's great a black man is in the program, that's a head coach and everything, but he's got a lot to climb and dig from.
He definitely do. I mean, what's crazy, honestly, man, with the it kind of hurt UCLA, even USC a little bit, with the world being more open now. You would think that it wouldn't, like, the fact that everybody wanted to go to Cali, and you know what I'm saying, but now, like, how some people expose Hollywood, and you know what I'm saying, like the game culture, all that, like the more it's on TV now, people is not, like I said, besides people trying to be actors and all that other stuff, man, they stand away from Cali, honestly. Besides the good weather and all that, they're not even trying to go to them schools. And you would think, like, because I know they got the money, they got the, what I'm saying, UCLA, it's LA, you know what I'm saying, it's California, but for them not to be getting the players no more, that's wild, man. But I know that's what it is. It's like they not getting them no more.
Hey, isn't this wild that this is how messed up it is, but it's all about branding and how you're branded within sports, that UCLA, we're looking at UCLA like it's a sorry team, and they finished with a better record the past couple, well, not last year, but the past few years, looking better and playing better football than USC.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly was balling, man.
Yeah, he was, man. But we look at it like they were, whatever case, because of the money and everything else put behind them. Like USC get like all the love, and UCLA beat USC.
Yeah, but not even that. Even before the NIL deal, man, they've been like them two schools that fell off a little bit, and it's like I don't understand how they fallen off. Like a lot of schools, even in Miami, like the Florida schools, it's like, man, how they, when it's way more money, right? In the world, it's way more money now people making, but it's way more better. It's way more athletic athletes now, but these schools is not getting the athletes. Now I understand why they're not getting them no more.
Well, we talked about it last time, didn't we? Did we talk about it last time? I believe who reported it that the California now under certain, you have to be over a certain age or grade before you're allowed to play tackle football. Not only on top of that just changing, but the interest in California has gone down in tackle football. The kids aren't signing up for it as much as more, so the numbers are down and the amount of players signing up and playing. So I hope not, because overall across the board in other states, but I would hate to see, I would hate to see, and especially in our community, football fall to the wayside, kind of like how baseball fell to the wayside for us in certain, get just to whatever case, even in inner city communities, period. I don't think it gets played across the board. Baseball is across the board, so I hate to see football go that route. Yeah. So I mean, so good luck to that brother, Deshaun. I believe he was a running back for you. If he's either linebacker or running back, I thought he was a running back, Deshaun Foster. But good luck to that man. What we got next, Big Chicken? He's a running back? Yeah.
So next, we got FSU may have found a loophole.
Woo-hoo. Big 10, we coming. Big 20, we coming, baby. Woo-hoo. We on our way. We on our way. Yeah. Yeah. So when Teran was talking all that stuff about a soft schedule and everything else, I can't wait. We on our way.
Hey, I talked all that stuff, man. Those state schedule kind of soft besides Oregon and Michigan, honestly. And then Michigan, they better be soft after losing the players they losing in the coaching change. Like I said, there's no excuses for Old State, man.
No excuses. So Florida State finds a loophole, and I had to post this. I know y'all don't care, but I care. Oh, I care. But Florida State found a loophole on a couple of different reasons, but one of the things that's really helping them is that the contract that was signed was only signed by the president. And in the state of Florida, the only way any major, whatever case, contracts are allowed to be enforced or to really be agreed upon is that the whole board of trustees has to also sign off on it too. And none of the board of trustees signed off on the last that TV deal that they had with the ACC, who then subleased it to the commissioner of the ACC Brothers Network. And so it's a big tangled web, but Florida State may have a way out, and I'm excited. I mean, like this year or this year or the next year? This is going to be our last year in the ACC. We out after this.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, you got one more year. Then we coming.
You say we got one more year.
You say that now.
Man, they gonna be like, man, we should have joined the mat.
Yep.
So when they get in there, they gonna be like, man, what were we thinking?
Man, we about to treat y'all like y'all treat Rutgers. How about that? Right. How about that?
This ain't the same Florida State.
Yeah, y'all gonna be a Youngstown State division. Keep that up.
Y'all don't want them problems, man. This cat said we gonna be playing till college.
I thought that was you though, because they was in a bad situation, man.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. That's some good news though.
Yeah, I think that's going to overall, all jokes aside, I think that's good for the Big Ten. That puts them in Florida and the Southern market. And if they can get North Carolina to go along, that's going to be dope basketball.
Oh my goodness,
that's really going to be dope basketball and football. You said no?
We just fired our head basketball coach, man. We on the brink right now.
I knew we fired him, but I didn't even put that in the news because that was like
I don't think our basketball team is in good shape, but we want to play North Carolina 4 or 5 times a year. No.
Who fired their basketball coach? So State did?
Yeah, last week. Okay. Well, this week rather.
Oh wow. They girls balling though.
I think they fired him yesterday.
Chris Holtman. Hey, he was like an hour or something like that late to practice, and he got a speeding ticket that day.
Yeah,
hey, he was doing like 70 in the 35.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That sounds like Jamar.
Nah, bro. Not me, not no more. I ain't trying to get none of them tickets. Check this out. You know they're trying to get rid of you if you're the head basketball coach and they fire you and they gave you the ticket too. Like, come on, bro. How you a cop in Columbus unless the coach sucked? Like, if after the Ryan Day lost to Michigan again, I'm sure he was liable to probably get a ticket for the next few weeks.
Yeah, man.
Or whatever the case. Next 3.
No free dinners.
No free dinners.
No.
Yeah, because they could have let him go, man. Most of the time they let people go. They shouldn't have. I'm glad he got the ticket because they get the special privilege. But hey, you're right. You got to be trash now, man. They gave it to you.
So, all right. Y'all want to go basketball? Or y'all want to go straight to the news and then we go to basketball?
Yeah, we can
go to the news.
Okay.
Let's go to the news.
All right, Manny. The news.
Start us off in the news. We got to talk about something tragic: the Superbowl parade shooting.
Yeah, these young cats wilding, man. And it was all young people too.
15 people were injured.
Yeah, 11 of them was young, man. I think like 11 of them was under 18 too.
Wow. I'll say this. Every day, if I can, I watch First Things First, right?
Me too.
Chris Broussard and two other guys.
Wiles and yeah.
I didn't want to say their name.
That's my Wiles.
Because Chris Broussard from Cleveland. That's why. So I'm being, anyway, okay. Yeah, but great show, right? So they said they were gonna be at the parade, and so I tuned in to watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as one of the hosts has on this puffy ass Louis Vuitton Kansas City Chiefs jacket thingy, the red and white cow looking thingy. He's going in on the length of Patrick Mahomes' career projection. Can he do a fourth? Can he do a fifth? Can he just really in the moment, it just felt euphoric, right? I changed the channel, and then I look on my phone and I see an alert on X or Twitter saying that there has been a shooting in the Kansas City parade. And I'm thinking, like, I was just watching on TV. How is it a shoot? Like, how did that just actually happen like that? And I flip back over, and all of a sudden, instead of First Things First, there's like this emergency news flash from Fox News, like a live shot. You got cops rushing into this building. And I'm be honest with y'all, for the life of me, it happened within like a minute of me just changing the channel. So, man, I mean, I know we give our thoughts and prayers in all these situations, man, but if there's anything we can do to change things, I would say this: do it. If it's a vote for legislation in some kind of a way.
I don't even know how, man. Like it's gonna be so tough, man. Because it's that stuff you can't. I don't even know. There's no way you can change this stuff, man.
You could, but it's okay. So you can't legislate away racism, right?
Right.
But what you can do is put parameters in place to not encourage it, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with gun legislation. Like, it's not there to take a gun away from a person. It's there to prevent certain people from going over the line. And in a lot of ways, it will do that. Because maybe instead of a 19-year-old, who's staying at his mom's house a year after high school, gets pissed off and go grabs her gun, and it won't necessarily stop situations like that. But what it'll stop is people who actually shouldn't have guns at all from going out and purchasing those. And also, if we start to change the messaging within our culture, period, we can kind of change the attitude of things. Because right now, the attitude is, I'm gonna bust my gun if I got to. And
it's no more fighting. It's no fighting whatsoever. Any little argument, even if I'm talking about, you gotta get to the point where even people that can fight good, not even wanting to fight no more. It's like, it's straight shooting. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's part of the reason why I want to carry a gun, because no one fights anymore. So
right,
someone's gonna shoot me and I know it.
I've been around it and seen it, man.
I'm stupid
for
not
not fighting, man.
Yeah.
It's to the point where, like, you think at the parade, they said it started from an argument, and that's true. Let's think, like, even when I'm out, you know what I'm saying? I done been out at the say, like, when I've been out, right, at Walmart. That's like my wife said she was out at Walmart.
I was thinking about
and my wife was out at Walmart. I wasn't there. I was at work, and she said how bold the man was, and his wife, and she said this man was like 60, man. And she just called her, like, he said she was coming down the aisle, and it was so much room. He did not move and just called her a nigger. She said, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bold as heck with no problem. And the lady, his wife is older and ain't say, like, looked at him. But, like, these people doing stuff like that, man, it's like, what can you know what I'm saying? If you say if I would have been there and I said something, I'm pretty sure, because these older people, they keeping their guns on them too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you say something on that, because like I said, even though it's only a word, if you say something, because when people are saying something, most likely they willing to shoot anyway. When people that bold, to do anything, right. No matter, even if I said, if it was a black person saying something to, you know what I'm saying, a white person calling them a cracker out of nowhere off rip, or when you're in a road rage and stuff like that, and you getting out your car and you chasing somebody, if you chasing somebody, you got something, maybe most likely, because you stupid not knowing what they got. And it's like, I don't know how you even change stuff like that, man, because it's bigger than that. It's so many, it's like I said, it's the mental part to where, like you said, unless you really like events like that, you gotta show people Like we trying to take the guns away, but then you got to show like you got to have like military type people there where if I shoot this man, they gonna shoot me on sight type of stuff. That's the only other way I see you can prevent it is what I'm saying, like that's the only way. If, like these people right here is protecting us. Like you got people that's protecting the event itself, and you see them with their guns out. Because how else would you protect? Like how else can you stop stuff like this? If you know what I'm saying, you don't see other people like with their guns in their hand, like talking about like security guards and stuff like that. And then that's another thing to where if they got it, then they might overdo it, depending who you hire. You know what I'm saying? Say if you hire somebody that might have been in the service or something like that, that might take their job too far. So it's like that's why I said I don't even know what we can do, honestly, man.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember you seen the movie Us?
Yeah.
There was a scene, and I'm thinking it's at the end of the film where almost in like a United Way commercial, they're showing the people joining hands across the country, right? And the messaging is kind of like a kumbaya kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, Tehran, President Reagan understood something about the United States that I guess the Democrats at that time couldn't comprehend. And that's the United States loves commercials. So what he did was they spent millions of dollars on United Way funding campaigns. It wasn't Dare. It was before Dare.
Okay.
I can't
just say no.
It might have been. I think it was Just Say No.
It had to be Just Say No.
Yeah, because I couldn't think of the phrase. They spent millions of dollars on messaging, and what messaging does is it puts cold water in a warm pool, right? Where it starts to change the temperature of things. Because again, it's the commercialization of happiness, right?
Right.
Oh, give, we love, kumbaya.
Yeah,
We Are the World came out. Michael Jackson singing with Ray Charles and some other celebrities. I don't even remember their name. It was like again, that was all. I mean, I know we thought it was that then, but no, that's all government.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
You gotta unmute yourself.
Is he muted?
Yeah,
he got to be.
there you go. But now his mic's not working.
Oh, your mic unplugged.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Hey man, that's something that's coming from above. He spreading that message. They like he can't get that out.
Government to shut us down. Oh hell,
he can't get that message out, man. He said he can't get that message out, man. He going too deep. Man, that's wild.
That is wild. I don't know what happened. So, okay, he left. So we'll go from there and say, I want to say to the and I believe the lady who lost her life was she want to teach? Was she a teacher or a coach or something?
I don't know, man.
I think so. I think I remember hearing something like that.
I don't remember hearing anything.
Okay.
She was a teacher.
So we'll jump. Big Chicken. We'll jump to the next thing. When we figure that out, we'll come back. And when he gets back,
definitely come back. You definitely come back to this. I get what he's saying too now too though. So I definitely.
Yeah. So what we got next in the news? My bad.
Next, to line it up a little bit, is if the Bears should trade Fields.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say no. If you don't have no weapons and no setup for this brother, all you're gonna do is turn around and screw over the next quarterback to come in that room, whoever it be, whether it be Drake May or Caleb Williams. So I wouldn't trade him. I would give him another 2 years to figure it out. And if we can't then, and we surrounded him with weapons, then it's time to move on.
And the thing is, you started to see him start to figure out his weapons towards the end. Because DJ Moore didn't put up a bad season. Our running back didn't put up a bad season. I
Right.
don't think you go grab another quarterback now. I don't think it's time.
I
you give him a
agree.
little bit more time.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you get rid of him right now, man. Because like you said, you're gonna be in the same situation with Williams if you do that, man. So it's like, you get that man some more help. Like, you got to think, and not only that, people like talk about Fields, man. Like, they acting like his line was nice, and you know what I'm saying. He just now got one other weapon. The running back started balling at the end. The defense was, you know what I'm saying. The defense was suspect, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying. No, whoever was there, even if it was Patrick Mahomes, you know what I'm saying, man. Like, my thing is, it depends how if Patrick Mahomes would have went there, how he went there when the Bears ain't had nobody at all, he wouldn't be Patrick Mahomes probably. Now, him going there now with the confidence he got, of course he probably would have got them, you know what I'm saying, probably low round in the playoffs or something like that. But anybody going there and how the Bears ain't had no weapons and stuff like that, man, everybody would have been the same way doing what Fields was doing, like fighting for his life. And yeah, it was a couple games he lost to where they could have won, but for the most part, you see these other teams, man, you can have 2-3 turnovers, and if your D good or if your offense, you got the weapons, you know, you're gonna do way better. So it's like, get that man some more weapons, give him another year and see what happens with another top running back or a top receiver. Because still, even one receiver ain't nice. Get that man a top tight end with more, honestly, and that definitely let us know, you know, what he about.
Facts.
I mean, you can't build a team if you just get rid of your lead guy, right? I mean, that's kind of what you want to do in football, is have somebody to build around. You have a piece to build around. You get people that, you know, like, this is my franchise guy that I want around me. I like his attitude. I like how he plays. So if that's what you're trying to do, make him that guy and solidify his role. And like you said, get some more pieces around him.
Or the line. I say work on that line. Honestly, like, I say that line, because if you saw Houston, honestly, Houston line was balling. Like, if you really paid attention to CJ, man, he was in that pocket with no problem, man. Like, that line held their own. Like, dude was like, if you watch some of the games with Chicago, you cats was getting so back there so fast on fields, man. Like, Houston line was holding their own. Yeah, they might have not had the weapons, but if you don't get the weapons and your line hold up, somebody gonna come open on offense. And now, if you really watch those Houston games, that was happening. Like, you know, like that line was, you know what I'm saying, they was going up against the best of them, and they was holding their own for CJ. And that's why he was able to do what he did with the weapons that he, you know what I'm saying, he made them receivers ball out. But they also, after so long, the DB ain't gonna be able to stay with a receiver. So if they need to if they just fix that line, get a great left tackle like most teams get. That's like, I guarantee. What's the left tackle for San Fran?
Williams.
Yeah. Just give him. Honestly, like, that'll really let you know now too, though. So sometimes it ain't really the weapons. It's really that, like you said, that line protection. Because if you got the line protection, you know you good.
A quarterback. I'm gonna play off of what Cam Newton said. There's a difference between game managers and there's guys who go out there who are playmakers. Justin Fields right now, with the lack of weapons, he's more of, they want him to be a playmaker, but they didn't give him the correct keys to succeed, within that role. So until he grows into that playmaker, it's almost like he's the opposite of Russell Wilson. Like, Russell Wilson, they gave Russell Wilson tools around him, and he first came in, he was a game manager who eventually grew into the playmaker for the Seahawks. And so Justin Fields is like the opposite. He's like the game manager. He's like the playmaker who has no weapons whatsoever to make plays too, except for him running for his life. No offensive line. The offensive line was even way more horrible than his first couple years.
Man, they were terrible.
They were terrible. Now he finally does have a receiver, and I think they got him somebody else. They tried to get him the boy that played for Pittsburgh that everybody cut because he's an a-hole, and he thought he was all that. Claypool. And he got cut. So, and he's got a tight end. I forgot the tight end's name they got, but I like him. So they're slowly growing. If they trade this pick and get him a more physical receiver besides DJ Moore, like Marvin Harrison, and they get a couple more offensive linemen, bro, this team, the Chicago Bears, can actually get it together. If you ask me, they're like trading that top pick away and gathering some more people away from putting a good team around this team and they're being a playoff team. Not a Super Bowl type of team, but a good playoff team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Is it working?
I hope. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I jump in, please?
Yes, go.
Okay, so he ain't gonna be there. They ain't gonna keep him, and they is gonna draft Caleb Williams.
Bro, you just had to come here and be Dr. Doom.
I'm being honest, man.
Where they gonna trade? Where they gonna trade him to?
Man,
They're looking at Pittsburgh.
Oh no,
that's a
Pittsburgh?
bad word.
Oh my goodness.
I was just texting my mom about this the other day.
Hey, he'll ball out. Hey, that'd be a good look. For
No,
Pittsburgh,
it won't,
man.
Teron. Don't say it. Do not say it. Don't. Beetlejuice. Don't. You don't say it.
I can actually see that though. That's what's crazy.
Don't say it, man. Nobody wants to see it. I don't want to see it.
Hey, don't give Mike Tomlin another quarterback.
Right.
Oh man,
my goodness.
The 53 man roster for the Cleveland Browns don't want to see it. We don't want to see it.
With them weapons they got, oh my goodness, you get them Justin Fields. Oh. My
hope, to be honest with y'all, is that he gets traded on draft night to, and I'm gonna say it out loud. I hope he goes to Minnesota, because I don't think they're gonna give Kirk Cousins a long-term deal, and I just feel like he's gonna go there, and that would make my spirit happy, because I like Justin Fields and I don't want to hate him, because when you were that color in that state to the left of us, it just don't go good for you.
He the ops. After basically. That. He put on that gold and yellow, that black and yellow. He the ops.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it, man. Oh my gosh, it just hurts my heart saying it.
Man, just trade him to Buffalo, bro, and trade Josh Allen somewhere, bro. Teran look like he can use a Justin Fields out there.
Hey, I wouldn't mind him either. I like Josh, and I wouldn't mind him. Are you kidding?
You would get rid of Josh for Justin Fields?
Hey, I love both. I mean, I think Justin Fields, man, man, that line terrible in Chicago. Anybody came in, you see all them quarterbacks coming into that situation. Nobody wasn't changing Chicago, man, unless they had some weapons, man. That's gonna happen in any team. Like this is the first, like honestly, in a long time, what CJ Stroud did is the first time we've seen that in a while. And that you see, like you said, if you really watch the games, that line was holding up like crazy. That line was blocking for that boy.
Yeah.
Chicago line been trash for every quarterback that been there.
Every quarterback
with no weapons. So what can you do? I'm talking about not even a running back. Like you really go think about all the quarterbacks that was there, man. Name me you can't even name a receiver in the top 20 really, like that was there that was balling or a running back.
Who, Chicago?
Yeah, in the last couple of years, like you said, what like a receiver, tight end that was in the top 20. You know what I'm saying? Like
they haven't had nobody since Brandon Marshall at receiver. I think it was Brandon Marshall that was there since him, and then they still was having quarterback issues back then. They was having quarterback issues back then. Yeah,
they ain't had nobody, man. Like so, anybody going in that situation was going to be tragic. Yeah. But like I said, Josh Allen is the beast, though. So I mean, but I said either way, I wouldn't be mad. Like, oh my goodness, I wouldn't. Cause I think he's better than what people think, though. He just man, like that's like.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm getting depressed.
What we got next, Big Chicken?
Well, next we have word for word NBA All-Star lost luster.
It's this weekend.
It's
Sunday.
Yeah, man, it's weird.
I think it started tonight.
Start tomorrow.
No, because they had never mind. Halliburton and all that that Formula car he pulled up in to start off whatever event they got going on tonight.
There's some
event going start some parties.
I think is it the Rising Stars tournament tonight?
I don't know. I just know
there's games on right now though.
I know.
Yeah. It's 3 games on tonight. It's 3 games tonight. So I doubt it's started tonight. I don't think.
I mean, well, he pulled up in a Formula F1 car and all this other stuff. It was like a whole bunch of people out there taking pictures like he's the biggest star in America. I'm just saying something happened.
TNT, they showing the old slam. Yeah, they showing the old slam dunk contest on TNT. So I'm like, nah, doubt
okay, so probably didn't. Okay, so maybe it didn't start yet.
I don't know, man. I didn't even know it was this weekend. Like I haven't. I'm disappointed because normally I don't pay attention to. I pay attention to basketball, but I haven't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Basketball has kind of lost that luster, and even though it's still popular, I felt like ever since you took LeBron James off the East Coast, and now all the good teams are out west, people aren't staying up late to watch these games and really not caring. Like, I don't know. I don't even know who's winning the East right now.
Celtic.
Yeah.
The Celtics. Like, there's no excitement. I don't know. Like, and they said it before when LeBron left, when he first went to the Lakers, like the numbers dipped significantly in viewing because
that's the whole in-season tournament shit. That's why they're.
But I don't think, yeah, but I don't think they got nothing to do with it, man. Because you can't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? When somebody, you can't predict where somebody gonna go at in the East and the West, man. Really, they dropped the ball too, though. When they had a chance, man, to go get some real slam dunk champion, like some real slam dunkers that was not NBA players, and pay them some good money.
Really fell off
they dropped the ball right there, man, and then all these other the rookie stuff and all that stuff, that they dropped the ball with that stuff, man. Really, like, it ain't got nothing to do with the East and West, honestly. Because think about it, even when him going to the West, they changed it up to where they was able to pick their team, so it didn't matter which side you was on for the last couple of years. So that ain't got nothing to do with it.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Right. I think they kept the slam dunk contest and did it right, bringing some real dunkers. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you see these TikToks and all these other crap, man, the way these dunkers is, man, the stuff they doing. Man, we don't bring them cats in and let these and not risk these NBA players getting hurt, like trying to do an off the chain dunk, like
challenge and shit. Like, that used to mean something back in the day. It used to be fun. Used to have the biggest stars doing that shit. But I mean, we talked about it a little bit a couple episodes ago. Like, there's no incentive.
Right. And not only that, you got to think back then, though, the basketball players, too many basketball players weren't getting money, and the little bit of that money they was getting, they was going hard on. Now these, like you said, you got the eighth guy on the bench getting some good millions. So they're not taking this stuff. They don't. The money don't really mean nothing no more. Even, you know what I'm saying, to the winner. So that's another thing too, though. You know, these players all getting money now too, though. Like the Jordans and them in that area, that, like, you know what I'm saying. Even like LeBron first started going, you know, a lot of people still wasn't eating the way they doing with all these TV deals and all that. Everybody eating now, so they not taking this stuff serious. They wanted that extra money. You know what I'm saying, back then. That's like even in the NFL, really, the tackling messed that up, but still, them cats, man, they needed that extra money. They don't need the extra money right now.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, and I'm gonna ask the producer first. I'm gonna ask D80 this first. Can the culture of today's society, the microwave generation, where they like instant and the short attention span of things, can that have eventually equated over to the fact that nobody wants to sit and pay attention to NBA for 82 games over and more until the playoffs come, and then I'm sure it picks back up? Can that correlate at all, or that has nothing to do with the lack of NBA interest right now, it feels, compared to how we felt it was in past years?
I mean, if we was talking about baseball, I would say yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, if we was talking about that, I would definitely say yeah. And then even baseball are doing things to now make it appeal more to the younger generation. So now the numbers are starting to grow on that. But for NBA, nah, man, they're Gucci, man. If you go to an NBA game, you are encompassed in a world that you would just never ever want to leave. And well, if your team sucks like Detroit, then okay, that's different. But no, the NBA, the live product is more entertaining than
way
than
more
anything.
entertaining.
Yeah, and that's where they. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Live basketball games are my favorite sporting events to go to. I mean, I go to hockey games, baseball games. I sat through my brother's wrestling meets all day. Like, basketball games, like you said, it is a world of its own.
Yeah. So I hear what you're saying, but on an inside perspective, I don't think the NBA is seeing that. I mean, they're seeing growth. They're seeing international growth, and they're seeing their revenues grow. And that's not gonna stop. Now, what the issue is, and I think you talked about this before, is, you know, it's kind of like an internal thing. Okay, well, international stars, are they now better than the U.S. stars? Did they surpass us? Did the world pass us? Now that could be a question or a conversation for another time. So I think that's the biggest issue in the NBA, if there's any kind of issue at all. But popularity wise, Nah, man, that in-season tournament racked them up, man. Like,
right. Not only that, they got people watching because of the betting part of it now. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid, but you got way more people watching just because like they've been watching, but now you got those people who wasn't watching. And I mean, and the only thing that hurt that is when people said no, you know, you mad, but other than that, they gain more people just because they betting on players.
You man, thank you, Teron, for saying that, because I forgot to even mention that part. Like the Adam Silver, and I know you guys had a link in the notes, but Adam Silver and he had mentioned the NBA leasing its information to FanDuel, MGM Bets, and I think a few other gambling agencies that immediately, as soon as a player pulls a stat or makes a whatever, they get that data and then they can use it in their betting systems to help pull more wagers. So the NBA's in bed with these companies, and that has opened up.
Know that. Oh my goodness,
I didn't hear that.
That has opened up massive amounts of lanes for these guys to make money. And then I don't want to go into speculation, but yeah, I'm just saying I don't think the NBA product is going to diminish. But again, you know, I'm not a psychic or anything. I think the only issue they're going to really have is once LeBron's gone, that big of a void, a big of a star, it is not. You can't make that, so they got to figure that shit out fast. So that's going to be a huge issue, to be honest with you, more so than anything that I've.
They don't have that star, that shiny star, because KD's not it. Kawhi's
let me ask you. I mean, do you just pick some rising star and just throw your media at him and fucking make him the LeBron James? I mean, like Victor Wembanyama right now, for the year he's having, he's doing pretty damn good. I mean, he's been pretty fucking.
He don't got the personality.
You don't have a personality. Big men are hard to, even when Shaq was there, it was like, yo, he was big dog, but we were more enthralled with Allen Iverson when he came along. You were more enthralled with like the more, and Shaq was still a mega thing, but once footing, you had your AIs, you had your Kobe's, you had I don't know who I'm missing. But can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, it just kind of went out a little bit.
Like you're a lot quieter.
Hello?
I don't like the point you was making anyway, so we can move on. I ain't like that shit. I don't agree. I think
they just need not only that too, though. I think that just they gonna want, you gotta think the Jordans, LeBrons, and that was somebody that they want somebody in the States to be that star anyway. So you know what I'm saying? If it ain't nobody we got to love, like I said, somebody, if it was from college or high school, you can't just throw somebody and they're gonna be LeBron, you know what I'm saying, like other league, you know. Yeah, you got your stars like Jokic, like, you know what I'm saying, like the top players balling out, but to be the NBA like LeBron and Jordan was, they want somebody to be in States. Trust and believe that.
Joker ain't selling no shoes.
Nah, right. They want somebody, yeah.
He's not selling no jerseys. Not really selling tickets, to be honest with you, like that, except for it's Denver. So to me, that's the biggest challenge of the NBA, and Adam Silver knows that. So it's in the NBA's best interest to drag that LeBron shit out as long as possible until either Wembanyama develops a personality and becomes just a star on his own right. Because again, athletically and talent, it's all there for him. But as far as like the mental aspect of I don't want to say manipulating the media or just becoming media accessible and
yeah.
I'd hate to say
figuring
fun.
out how to play that superstar, that role. It's almost like you're the fucking villain that nobody likes, but everybody likes you, and it's a hard role to play.
Yeah.
Man, if Wemby can play like he just did 2 days ago, the way he came out and how he was the whole game, he be cold. He be cold some games. If he can do that all the time, I can see them trying to do that for sure with him. But he got to do that. He got to do that a lot.
Yeah,
that big ass dude ain't gonna sell no shoes.
Oh yeah, that's it. If Shaq signing, if we start selling some Shaqs, but the Wemby Shaqs, that's the only way.
Listen, man, we like Shaqs. The Reeboks was popping, but they weren't popping like them Stackhouses and them Grant Hills, and those were felines. They weren't popping like them AIs.
Shaq said he showed a lot. So somebody buy some.
Yeah, somebody did.
When he was on Reebok.
When he was on Reebok, he did, and people was buying them, and they was doing good. And then, but you had It's just those smaller guys, those guards and the forwards. It's you move the needle. I mean, look, even KD would sell sneakers, but not like those other guys.
Right,
you got to have that. Yeah, you got to have that. Like me and Shaq was about personality over everything. He was just multimedia, like visible in movies from the beginning. And that was amazing. I just don't see who in the league. Jason Tatum can't do it because he's not it. He doesn't have.
And I don't think they wanted to be a big man neither.
John Morant had the potential, but he screwed himself out of that.
He the one who definitely had the potential for sure.
Anthony Edwards could, but
that's impossible right there.
Yeah, but that market won't help him. Yeah.
Well, Jordan created the Chicago market.
Yeah,
that's true too. That's true too.
He literally created it because they didn't have one.
And I mean LeBron came in with a meteoric like star power. So in that story in Cleveland, so you can't. It's just hard.
We got to go back to what you said about Shaq, man. You blaspheme Shaq, and we got to back that up. Back that thing up. What? Okay, so first off, honestly, Shaq going to the Orlando Magic was the biggest thing to happen to the NBA since Jordan stepped foot in the NBA at that time. I'm trying to tell you, it was the biggest slide of momentum for a franchise. And I don't know how long it took Jordan to get his first deal to sell Nikes. I don't remember. It's in the documentary. Fuck. But as far as what Shaq did for that franchise and for his brand and for Reebok, I'm trying to tell you, it was nothing. It was unmatched.
No, I'm not saying this immediately. I'm not saying I didn't mean to dismiss it like it wasn't nothing. It was huge. But at the same time of that happening, and I'm agreeing, everything you said is legit, 100% right, spot on. But then this guy Penny came along with this other little guy next to him, Little Penny, and then those shoes started to sell way more because you love guards.
Did Penny have a platinum album?
Same with Grant Hill.
Snickens? No. Did Penny rap with Heavy D and the Boys? No. Was he in commercials like Shaq? No. This is like apples. There's no comparison.
Shaq still DJs, bro.
Yeah.
DJ Big Disco, look him up.
Hey, if Grant Hill don't get hurt when he came in, man, that would have been different too, though. When Grant Hill was coming in, people was anticipating Grant Hill when he came to that league.
I think Zion was supposed to be that guy, but then he was a fucking bust.
He motherfucker can't stay healthy to save his life.
Hey, Grant Hill came in busting the Bulls, everybody when he first came in. He was having his cats, man.
He did.
Yeah.
And his shoes was fire.
Yeah, his shoes was fire.
Was cold, man.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, Reebok started dropping the ball with the design of his shoes too for Shaq. And then going and playing with sometimes
Penny had a video game. Penny had a video game.
He did have a video game.
Penny had Chris Rock and Blue Chips.
Hey, Shaq was in that too.
Blue Chips.
I know. So it evens out.
No, it does not, man. I'm trying to tell you. But I can see, and this is not the same scale. Larry Grandmama had a lot of popularity. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have. I mean, he had the personality, but I don't think he could hold it all together like Shaq could. So there was a lot of ooh, but Shaq kept the ooh going until he got to the Lakers, started winning championships, man, and got it back. So
he got comfortable in LA. He'll tell you.
Well, yeah, of course. He was missing 40, 50 games a season. And he would play himself into shape in actually around this type of time, and then to get to the playoffs to be dominant. I mean, we knew what he was doing. Like, he'd be taking games off for oblique issues. Like, man, you ain't got no abs, Nick.
Hey, Sean Kemp for a minute was selling shoes.
Oh, I bought several pairs, bro. Oh man, okay, I got a dope high school story about Sean Kemp.
I don't even remember.
You remember the Kemps?
Nah, I'm
Kemp's was
remember,
dope.
man.
The all black on black. Oh my gosh, man. Okay, I'll tell y'all the secret. Okay, back in the 90s, to keep your Sean Kemp shiny, you had to buy clear nail polish because after like a week or 2, 3 weeks, that shit would fade off and your shoes be looking kind of foggy. So I was like, oh man, so I put nail polish on that shit. And I was in school like, oh man, your shit fresh. I'm like, yeah, bro, like what you doing it? I just watched it.
Just watch it. Yeah.
I got an old paper with all the old kicks too. I gotta go look at it. I think the Kemp's on there too.
They were fresh, man. I think it was like what 98, 97, 98.
Yep. Yep, there they go.
Okay, yeah. I remember those. Those ones right there on the those. Man, that is right.
See if you can find the black on black ones, Big Chicken.
Man, Kemp has some heat.
The black on black Sean Kemp.
Yeah, Sean Kemp has some. Ray Allen has some pretty decent shoes.
The ones at the bottom though, the first row at the bottom, them look so cold.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Sean Kemp had that deal, bro.
Yeah, I ain't even
these ones.
Jamar Wright, man. Yep, right there.
That is right.
They don't look.
It is right.
Like that. You ain't supposed to do that to the shoe with the tongue, but yeah. But anyway, so those are the ones you just put a coating of clear fingernail polish on them, and I'm telling you, you get. Never mind. You know, this just gets attention. You be like, oh, girls, like, oh, your shoes is this. Like, oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, besides, you had. I remember Iverson was doing it big. Kobe's were big, and they sold a lot of numbers. But I was never like seeing somebody have some Kobe's on. Like, yo, I got to have those.
Yeah, me too. I never said that.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, that was cool.
Durant shoes. He had a grip on people, dog.
He did. And I was by him.
He also had a grip on, like, he the one who, I would say Durant, I would say Kobe started a little bit with the shoes being more so showing your ankles, you know what I'm saying? And then Durant, when Durant's came out, the younger kids, the basketball players started buying those. I would say Kobe, then Durant was the ones who really got the kids wearing because you got to think, even when you see those
low tops.
The low tops, like them two really had people in the grip hole started wearing the low tops more, where they didn't care about the higher shit, the mid tops and all that.
Yeah. But I'm still the biggest fan of them Grant Hills, man. When those Grant Hills came out, with the all white, especially all white with the blue line, those ones, man. Especially when I seen Tupac had a pair of them, I was like, I need them.
Yeah, I see somebody besides that, those.
Yeah, before we go though, I would sit there and say that's what football was missing too. Like Deion Sanders and Junior Seau were like the last two as far as football shoe wise that Cass was wearing, because them Deion's was hard. Everybody wanted them Deion's. Both pair he put out.
They was wearing the berries too, though. Them berries was nice.
And the berries was nice. Yeah, the berries was nice. And Emmitt Smith had them Reeboks, and they was ugly.
He was terrible.
Ugly. Oh, and Ken Griffey with Ken Griffey's baseball.
Deion's. Them Deion's is nice, boy.
Them Deion's is nice.
Has a hold, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, I think
look at them Deion's, bro.
Jamar?
What, the Deion's?
Yeah, no, the one at the bottom left, or nah?
Yeah, I did.
Them
cold, man. Those are so cold. Hard, man.
Them still cold now, man. Give me those right now. Them cold.
Yeah, those is hard.
Man. Yeah, Coach Prime. I love you, Coach Prime. With all this forgiveness. I'm sorry about the slander.
More lies.
You give me a pair of free shoes.
Who had some? Who y'all ain't had the gloves? Y'all ain't had the Gary Paytons?
Oh, I did get some Gary Paytons too. Yeah, Gary Payton had a nice couple pairs.
Hey, I thought I was man when them Cubs came, man, folding them mugs down, showed out their shoe, man. I thought, man, them mugs were so cold to me, man.
No, they was
Gary Payton's shoes was dope. Yeah, he was an asshole, but his shoes was nice.
Oh man, them cold, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Which one's it? There they go, the black one right there.
The black ones, the other one, man. Oh my goodness, it was so cold.
Yeah. Yeah, them and the pennies, man. Pennies, the penny shoes was hard.
It was.
Oh yeah. Penny had a color. Yeah, Penny, his collection was nice.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta have that. Yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta be able to capture the kids. So maybe somebody has to start young. I just feel like you handicap yourself, and there's no disrespect, but you handicap yourself signing the Jordan brand though, because it's always going to be measured when people go to buy them. Like they're still going to have that Jordan logo on them. Yeah. It is just going to take away from, and you know how the kids feel. They don't really care too much for these new.
They gonna call them fake Jordans. They gonna call them like
they gonna call them fake. Bro,
so it's like
these kids so wild.
I don't know why they sound with Jordan.
Yeah, you can't wear nothing new of Jordan. They want to wear all the stuff from our era. If you got on Jordan, they treat you like you got Okies on.
Yeah, that's what's wild, man.
That's an absolute fact.
What are those?
What kind of Jordans are those?
Bro, like
They're
you
not
big
1
clown.
through 12. You done.
You done. You done. You can't, bro. That's sad. Yo, we just spent a minute on this. What we got next, Big Chicken?
Okay.
That is it for the news. Next, we got to go into the NBA news.
We were talking about Shaq. Man, speaking of Shaq, he just got his jersey number retired for the Magic.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Talking about
at the red light, twerking on a headlight.
It's actually the first number ever retired for this team, so props to him, man.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
If it was gonna be anybody, it was supposed to be him first and Penny second.
Yeah, them gonna be the only two.
For sure.
Yeah. Maybe Nick Anderson.
They bet not.
Probably not.
Nah, man, don't be no haters.
I gets dirty after dark. They treat you like Spielberg. You get your ass kicked in the park. You don't believe me? The proof is in the pudding. Little boy in the hood searching for a Cuba Gooden.
Shaq had bars. I used to listen to his rap
album.
Man.
Man. Shaq was cold, man. You can't even hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Shaq, man. I'm probably admitting that for the first time publicly. I love that cat, man.
Listen, man, he was hard. He was nice on the mic too. I gave his props as a rapper. If the size was any disadvantage, it was when he rapped.
Can we rap? A hooper, hyper, protected by a viper, but I'm on the microphone. You better decipher.
Hey, he had the one song, and he was like naming out cats he like destroyed in basketball, like Patrick Ewing. I gigged on him. Yeah.
Alonzo, I gigged on him.
Gigged on him. Yeah.
Grandmama, I gigged on him.
I gigged on him.
Nowadays, that kind of sound weird, but it's all good.
Yeah. Wait. Hey, C5, I don't want to take over your moment, but can I ask this question?
Go ahead.
And I know you younger, but you know your basketball. Am I the only person that feels like Patrick Ewing was like overrated?
No, I mean, he gets his credit every now and then with the young crowd. I mean, every once in a while, I see a Patrick Ewing fucking highlight reel. I'll sit there and watch it, like, man, he was kind of cold, but other than that, like, he's kind of floated over by this generation for sure.
I think he was good, but I just don't think he was as great as they make him to be. But I get it. You play in New York, and if you're good, they're going to make you like you're great in New York. Like Anthony Mason, they made it like he was very good when he was just average. John Starks, just average, but they're going to make it like he was real good.
I mean,
because it's New York.
Were good.
Yeah, his stats was.
I mean, he averaged 21, 9, and 1.9 shooting on 50%. Career. That's pretty good.
50%, and he played to the basket? Come on, bro. I wonder if Alonzo Mourning got better stats than him.
I don't like the way this is going. You guys are
What's
evil.
your take, producer?
You guys are evil. I don't like the Knicks C5, man, so I'm not gonna make this like a Patrick Ewing, hoorah thing. But I will say this: he's one of the only players. Him and Charles Barkley are one of the only two NBA players I really try not to rag on about anything, because they kind of had their career snuffed out by Jordan on several occasions. And I just feel bad, man. Like, I mean, think about Patrick Ewing in the championship against Jordan. I mean, like
the conference championship,
like he snuffed you out for 20 years straight. Like, that's fucked up, man. Like all you got is a sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Like, you don't have.
And them U-wings was hard back in the day. Them U-wings was nice back in the day.
Right, and that's the only thing he has left in history. That his imprint on the history of the NBA is a fucking sneaker. Okay, so we just gotta give him a break. I'm sorry, that's all. But again, I'm not defending him. Don't like the Knicks. Fuck Ewing. Fuck all those guys. I just don't.
But let him have that. Let him have this.
I feel so bad for you. Oh, them shits was hard.
I would wear those.
The name on the strap, the Ewing name on the strap, that shit was hard.
Yeah. Yo, man, he was. Okay. I'm not going to apologize for telling the truth about Ewing, but out of respect, because this is what he has left. I get it. I get it. That was hard.
Those are hard.
Man, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, Chris Cross had that shit.
I take back everything I said, Pat. You
rock
don't go. Hey, it's sad when the shoes change your mind. They make you remember to do different.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's all he has. So just let him have it, please.
Look at them, bro.
Yeah, them Grants. I was about to say Grant Hill because it had Hill in it, but the Ewings was fresh.
Yeah. Respect. Sorry, Ewing. You know what? The greatest Nick of all time. He might be the greatest Nick of all time. I don't know.
Moving on to some more NBA news. Another thing that caught my eye. I don't know.
Moment of silence for that take.
The Q&A with Adam Silver, that was really interesting to me. I mean, he was asked some pretty good questions, regarding the NBA news. He was asked about the requirement of games for MVPs, which I don't know. I kind of like his take. He says some people get confused that we pay a fixed sum of money every year. It's not too much to ask for these MVPs to play 80% of games. It's fair eligible cutoff.
I'm good with that. Make the motherfuckers play. Make them play.
Especially the way we were talking about with the amount of money that's being thrown around in the NBA right now. I mean, they keep growing. Contracts just keep getting bigger. I mean, we're seeing some baseball-sized contracts around the NBA now. So
Jaylen Brown.
It makes sense to have your MVPs play a certain amount of games to be considered.
Oh, better not be getting called again.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, what other questions? He was asked about, the first question he was asked about was the All-Star game. So they went back to the traditional East versus West instead of drafting players like we've seen the last couple of years. And I don't know. I kind of like it better the other way. We get to see
the draft.
Yeah, drafting all-star players, get to see some interesting duos, some people you wouldn't really get to see. I mean, all-stars that aren't leaving their teams play together. It's just you get to see some fun basketball that way.
Yeah. LeBron made that shit fun, man. He really did the way they did that.
Yeah, LeBron really did make that fun. Yeah. He did it with KD and then Giannis.
Yeah, because KD got a lot of personality, but people don't see it because in front of cameras, he don't really come out like that. But this dude is hilarious. Like KD is a real funny guy, man. Like on his I think it may be on X or Twitter. I call it Twitter still. His label Easy Money Sniper, right? That's about him being a jokester and being fun. Like, but people don't see KD like that, man, because he's so serious all the time. But yeah, he's actually a funny guy. I can't hear you, C5. Oh, I can hear you now.
My bad. That's my dad. He just
hey, what's up, Pop?
My mic's just muted. He said, "What's up?" But I know, like, having those personalities, like, drafting next to each other, it's interesting. It's fun. It makes a good dynamic. It makes a good duo. Yeah, right. I mean, I watched it. I mean, I didn't watch it live, but I caught the highlights. I mean,
I watched that shit.
Numbers and times, if the video popped up on my phone right now, I'll sit there and watch them draft just because it was so entertaining.
Team LeBron won 5 times in a row?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what you expect? What the score be like 148 to 153, 112 to 140. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, there you go right there. Oh, yeah, scroll back up a little bit. Them scores was wild, man. See it, 178 to 164.
Damn.
Them scores were so crazy.
And
got one
you got to
close,
see
that's-
people like Steph and LeBron play together, man. They were doing some fun shit.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's entertaining.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to that format. If people,
I
once
think they will.
once they see the reaction, I think that because that shit was more entertaining to me.
I guess they have 3 years where they keep it West and East.
Man, if people don't like that shit, they'll change it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'll change it next year. It'll be all based on these ratings this year.
Mhm.
Watch.
I ain't going front. I ain't watching it.
Me neither. So he was asked about all these 70-point games being scored, which I thought was pretty interesting because, a lot of people think that high-scoring games mean there's no defense in the NBA, that's what all these people want. We want people to score big games so we can get people to watch this shit. And I mean, it was fun reading what he had to say about it. He said he's neutral on it. He doesn't want high-scoring games necessarily, just competitive basketball, which I think is kind of what's missing. We were talking about what's this, like, what's missing, I don't know, in these dog days of the NBA where it just seems like these games don't really matter and we're just watching to watch. It doesn't really give a fuck. Like, it doesn't really matter who gives a fuck. Like, it's I think it would be easier with more competitive basketball, as he's saying, so we're seeing that. I think there's a lot of young talent up and coming, finally developing, finally getting to make their mark on the league. I'm excited to see the era without LeBron. I don't know, within the next 5 years or so, I think he's going to retire. So it's going to be exciting to see the NBA without him. All these young cats try to make a name for themselves. And then I think it'll be a little bit more exciting to not have that person in the NBA, to kind of almost like fight for that spot, so to speak. I just think it's going to be, yeah, I just think it's going to be fun. Like all these young cats that we're talking about are just really fucking good, like really fucking good. So why not, instead of just try to direct your eyes to one guy, direct your eyes to the whole league, because everybody's that talented. It's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess a good point. I just I don't know, man. I just
it's a scary time, man. I don't know. I hate feeling uncertain.
Well, I'll say this. With Golden State pretty much coming to a close, the Lakers coming to a close, Minnesota Timberwolves coming up, Indiana coming up, Sacramento, Oklahoma, the Spurs soon, I believe, with the next year or so. I feel what you're saying, C5. It's a crop of stars. They're gonna give good product, right? I mean,
right.
To be honest with you, watching Oklahoma play this season has been eye-opening to me, man. That Gilchrist Alexander, whatever that guy's name is,
Shea Gilgis, boy,
that
he's
motherfucker is the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 points every fucking game, almost guaranteed, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
got Biley's, so I watched their game. Like I watched Oklahoma's games, and to watch this guy play. And I heard what Kevin Kevin Garnett said about Anthony Edwards being the next Jordan. But in my opinion, that Gilchrist Alexander, man, he has a kill switch that people don't see, man. Like that dude is he's a sniper, man. He's a
dog. He's a dog.
And I feel what you're saying. I think there are people who are gonna who the world hasn't discovered yet, but are still just coming. So yeah, those are the next crop of stars. I just don't think that, of course, they're not going to be as bright as LeBron was, but maybe 1,000 stars could be as bright as one. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think the dynasty era there kind of hurt the NBA in a way, because like for 5 years there, who was going to go to the finals. You knew what was going to happen. Yeah. You knew how it was going to play out before it even played out. So this new dynamic of, well, the Kings are fucking good. Well, the Thunder's good. Well, the Spurs are going to be good. Well, whoever so and so has playoff potential, I think that
Yeah.
I don't know, it might do something.
It makes it better.
Yeah. And
Blue
then
Gay?
the last question that he was asked, in the last few years, 6 teams representing 20% of the league have changed hands. They were either sold entirely or partially for many billions. Is that a reflection on the health of the league? So I think those are all relevant questions to what we discuss on a regular basis about NBA news. I mean, that's a great question to ask. You know, a lot of teams have been changing hands or getting sold, or people have been getting out and people have been getting in. So is it time for the NBA to grow more in these other leagues that they've invested in? Try to put some eyes on those, or what's the future hold? I mean, because I think it's pretty evident that they're in a growth. I mean,
did he have a response?
Yeah. Let me read it real quick. I'll give you the
I'm
summary.
very curious to see what he say. I have some thoughts, but I don't, after what happened with Vegas and the Major League Baseball, I kind of think a little different now.
So it says here, teams have sold at huge increases, but I think most importantly, the new set of governors that have come into the league have very long-term prospects on ownership, and in many cases, they're compromised of groups that have already expressed a willingness to make investments in upgraded arenas, and new arenas have very much a global perspective on the game. So,
okay. Well, he didn't go where I thought. Okay,
yeah, he didn't really go where I thought he was going to go either.
And that was good because the NBA, in my opinion, kind of follows the MLB model, but MLB is worldwide, so they want to be. Yeah. And this is years ago, so the NBA tried to go worldwide, and they have succeeded, right? But the major stamp of success in sporting right now is putting your event in Vegas.
Yep.
That is the stamp of and I don't want to say we made it because fucking NBA made it, but that's the next level of yeah. So with MLB failing at doing it and kind of the A's kind of trying to force their way out of that shit.
Yeah.
I think that what Adam Silver is going to try to do is not fuck with Vegas yet. Because he doesn't want to take a team from somewhere else and move it to, what I'm saying? Like they don't want to deal with that heartbreak. And he don't want negative press for the NBA at the moment, man.
I mean, I think maybe within 5-10 years that we could see a couple more NBA teams.
But where?
Just get a team in Las Vegas. If that's really what they do, you could just start a team in Vegas.
I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna move it. I really do. I think it's. I think the expansion stuff is done, man. I know the Seattle Kraken got one with hockey, but I just believe the expansion era and our major sports are done, man. Like there's no more Jacksonvilles. There's no more Carol. Like it's not gonna happen. I just don't see it happening. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. I think a team is gonna have to move, and there are some teams that are right for the moving. It's just like I could, and I hate to say it, but I'll be honest with you, and I think Jordan Cena is coming too. I could sincerely see the Charlotte Hornets being bought and sold in Vegas
again.
I could see that.
Yeah, too. Because again, a lot of people are divesting themselves of Charlotte Hornets because they're dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? And then Jordan pulled out of his ownership, right? So that's the big NBA footprint on that team that would keep them there because he loves North Carolina and everybody knows that. That's gone. So in my opinion, that would be the next best team to kind of jump over in Vegas, but I don't think Adam Silver want to see that right now because he don't want to see the negative publicity about, the people in Charlotte crying at the stadium, peeing on the wall, taking memorabilia and shit and throwing it. They don't want to see any of that.
So then grow it. Let's add this franchise, get 2 new franchises.
That's what I mean. Seattle and Vegas.
Vegas.
That's what I was thinking. Seattle and Vegas. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're not at that spot. They can't just up and add 2 more teams.
And they're gonna try to move. And then again, I gotta see what the MLB does, man. C5, to be honest with you, because that Vegas deal that fell apart for them, it's probably Adam Silver's looking at like, we can't do that. We can't flirt with the idea.
We can't be them.
Yeah, because I'm serious. People don't realize, but what happened with the MLB, Oaktown, and Las Vegas is fucking sad and it's criminal. You know what I'm saying? And the people know it. But people are saying it, but it's not on a big enough scale because the A's fucking suck. So, but again, for them the ownership of the A's to conspire with breaking down the players and shipping everybody out so the team can lose to tank the property, it's fun. You know what I'm talking about, to take the value of the franchise down so they can hop over to Vegas and pretty much quadruple their profit. And then it fell apart at the last minute. And now you're sitting there holding a bag. Oh, well, now you got to actually make a team now that you try to sell. So it's fucked up, man. And I don't know, NFL don't want no part of that kind of bullshit, and the NBA don't want no kind of part of that bullshit.
Damn.
Even though the Lakers did leave.
It hurts the MLB for sure because, as an avid baseball fan, I haven't watched an MLB game in 4 years,
Really?
I played baseball my whole life. And I just can't. Just shit like that. There's just politics behind it, and I don't know, just this bullshit. Yeah, just stupid bullshit that makes me not enjoy it.
All right.
And lastly, I just want to talk about Wemby, man, dropping a triple double against Toronto. He had 10 blocks.
Oh damn! 10 blocks.
Yeah,
he leads the lead in blocks.
He should.
Right. He does.
7'10" one of hopefully many, right? Shit, we should see multiple games like this.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So if we could do a prediction, C5, how long till he gets his first chip?
Year 5. I don't think.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I think. At most year 5.
Okay. I can.
I just don't think
he gets a chip.
Yeah,
it's gonna take him a while to get. I don't think he has the mindset to be a championship caliber player yet, especially not with the cats that are in the league. They'll work his ass right now. Like the bigs that are in the league that are gonna go to the finals.
Joker and all those guys.
Yeah, he's not strong enough for Embiid yet.
Or Giannis, or like whoever. They all these teams that are finals potential players have a big dude that will whoop your fucking ass.
The big men are coming back.
So
is the big men era coming back to the NBA?
Well, I think it's it's like a stretch 5 they want, right? So they want you to be able to handle your own on the wing or on the perimeter and be able to shoot and still be able to play that big man role so you can, I don't know, utilize the game of basketball fully.
Joker does it the best.
See, and that should have been Cat.
Oh, good point.
But
Minnesota's balling right now. What are you talking about?
Because of Anthony Edwards.
They ain't never gonna make it nowhere in the playoffs with Cat.
Really?
I don't think so either.
They got Michael Jordan on the team.
You soft, dude. You soft.
All right, Biggie.
Was that it, C5?
Yeah, that's all the news I wanted to talk about this week.
Can I bring up one thing that
Go
I'm
ahead.
talk about? The Warriors attempting to trade for LeBron at the deadline. How do we feel?
Man, I saw that.
Hey, D, I'm about to say, where did he go? Man, they should have did the deal. LeBron should have went, but he ain't gonna leave California. LeBron, Going to California was the worst
was
thing
in
LeBron could have did.
California.
57 million is the reason why he didn't leave.
You
57
said
million.
67 million. What? If he got traded?
57. No, to stay this year. The Lakers owe 57 for the season. So if he leaves, he don't get that money. He got to restructure his contract. He don't want to do that.
No, they got to take his contract.
Not in his final year. I'm trying to tell you, man. It's the way his contract was structured. They was talking about it on ESPN that way. But anyway, let's say even if the money was the issue, my opinion, don't flirt with me like this yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait till after the season and then let some of this shit come out. I want it to come out now.
Right.
You know? I think that we weren't supposed to know any of this, at least into the season. But now that we know, it makes us look at things different. You know what I'm saying? It makes us like, LeBron was available? What?
Yeah, LeBron was available. Notwithstanding or not whatever case the money, he should have took it. I think the worst thing he did for his career was go to LA chasing more other business ventures and prepare. I know he was setting himself up for his future in life after basketball.
But it's worked, bro. He didn't need to do anything. I mean, he got $1 billion fucking contract from Nike. He been in how many movies ever since he moved out to LA? He's been building his fucking personal brand. I mean, LeBron James is gonna be a fucking household name. He's gonna be like Shaquille O'Neal, dude.
Yeah, he's that and then some. So I get it from the standpoint of everything you said was dope, minus the fact that he wasted valuable years playing for the Lakers. Everything you said outside of basketball.
Okay, but who's valuable years? They aren't valuable years for anyone else besides LeBron James. I mean, who's producing
That's what I mean.
At 37 years old like LeBron James? I mean,
that's what I mean. Like the Lakers, like you bet the house that Anthony Davis was going to continuously get you over the hump. All he is a better defending Cat Williams. He's soft as hell, and he gives you empty calorie stats.
I get what you.
And he hurt all the damn time.
Well, I'll say this. I agree. I think you're right, and LeBron knows that, which is why he put up that father time emoji with the hourglass, right? Because he recognizes that some valuable time has been wasted, and he's watching. But the Lakers thing is done.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there's nothing going on there. It would take a blockbuster deal or a blockbuster trade to even to get them any pieces that they could actually use. And right now, I just don't see it happening. Dinwiddie is great, but he's not moving the needle where you need it to go. Denver's still the number one team out west. You got Oklahoma City, who is coming like a fucking train. Yeah, and if Sacramento, if De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento stays healthy, he'll be next in line.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is a dog too.
Yeah. Then we don't really.
Well, wait. Do you regret trading him for and not keeping Halliburton?
Nah,
you can't.
To me, they're the same player, man. It's redundant.
It's kind of like both teams won that fucking deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
They just figured out where they needed to play at. They got the right fucking guys around them or something, and now they're just hooping.
And let Indiana have some shine, man. They struggled for a long time.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
They're due. I mean, this is probably the most hype they got since Paul George was on the team.
I was about to say that. And the way they lost him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
it was tragic.
Yeah, so just let them have let them have something, man. Shit. Pacers. Fuck.
Oh.
I think that's all we got.
Yeah. We rule.
Yeah. AAA Sports Pod. Catch us next week, Wednesday. Hopefully, won't be a day late.
Facts. Thanks, guys, for having me on here, man. I appreciate this. This was awesome.
For sure, man. Come back next week.
Thank you.
I enjoy talking to you about this shit. So
likewise, man. Very knowledgeable guys. Except for that Jamar guy. I don't know what he be talking about.
Technical difficulties.
No, I was joking.
Oh.
We didn't get in the Super Bowl, but that's my fault.
I think we should try to cover it next week when we got everybody.
I was gonna say we can cover it next week.
Or we don't have to talk about it at all.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'd love the conversation, guys. I think I like it.
I'm just saying.
All right, y'all.
All right, triple salute, y'all. Take care. Be blessed.
Peace.